Morning, everyone. My colleagues, honored guests, members of the Churchill family, friends from the Churchill Center, and my fellow countrymen. Winston Spencer Churchill was the best friend the United States ever had. By the time President Kennedy named him an honorary citizen in the spring of 1963, we already considered the man one of our own. Growing up, he read our books. He revered Lincoln. He knew better than most Americans the trials of the Civil War. Even wrote in our magazines on everything from hospitality to food to our engines. You could say he saw in America the very exceptionalism that we see today. Yes, he had his complaints. He thought our toilet paper to be too thin and our newspapers to be too fat. But it was this man's curiosity about the land of his mother's birth that formed the makings of a beautiful and, of course, special relationship. You know, if pressed to capture this in a single moment, perhaps it'd be right here in the Capitol, the day after Christmas, 1941. 3 weeks after Pearl Harbor, when the aggressors had us on the ropes and intended to keep us there. And speaking to the Congress, Churchill called on America to stand firm. And here's what words that matter sound like.
I feel greatly honored that you should have invited me and address the representatives of both branches of Congress. The fact that my American forebears have for so many generations played their part in the life of the United States makes this experience one of the most moving in my life. I wish indeed that my mother, whose memory I cherish across the veil of years, could have been here to see. By the way, I cannot help reflecting that if my father had been American and my mother British, instead of the other way around, I might have got here on my own. Now we are the masters of our fate, that the task which has been set us is not above our strength, that its pangs and toils are not beyond our endurance. As long as we have faith in our cause and an unconquerable willpower, salvation will not be denied us. Here we are, together, facing a group of mighty foes who seek our ruin. Here we are, together, defending all that to free men is dear. It is not given to us to peer into the mysteries of the future. Still I avow my hope and faith, sure and inviolate, that in the days to come, the British and American peoples will, for their own safety and for the good of all, walk together in majesty, in justice, and in peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of history's true love stories between a great statesman and a nation that he called the Great Republic. And we're here today together to bring it full circle. For today, with peace, with justice, and a touch of majesty, Winston Churchill returns to the United States Capitol. And just as the statue of Lincoln stands outside of Parliament, this bust renews the ties between our peoples and reminds us that the blessings that we often take for granted were won through a very terrific struggle. Of course, we're putting our old friend to work. So if you're looking for counsel, we're just hoping to feel a little braver. You're able to find this bust right at the bottom of what we refer to as the British Steps, in a foyer on the first floor that forever, from this day on, forever forward, will be known as Freedom Foyer. Because so long as we cheer Churchill's example and defend all that he preserved, our shared and sacred cause will continue to go on. So welcome, Prime Minister, and welcome to all of you. I hope you enjoy the program, which will now continue with the leaders of the United States Congress.